Mm-hmm. No, never. العقل السليم في الجسم السليم. Our power is coming from our mind. From our mind. When I just going to lift the weight, I take like a challenge in my mind between me and the weight. I just look at the bar and I say my target to beat you right now, and I will. I love my sport because my sport changed all of my life. Now my career is 18 years. I started from 2006. I have been participated in 4 Paralympic Games, and the sport is not to win. The sport that I like, powerlifting, is just to compete. I will keep competing.
Greetings, day 4 of these World Powerlifting Asia Oceania Open Championships in Pyeongtaek in South Korea. Hello again from Will Downing. We have got 4 titles decided today. The men's up to 107 kg, then the really big boys are out in around 2 hours' time. The men's over 107, the women's 61 and the women's 67 kilo finals are on in the afternoon. So we've got 10 in this men's up to 107 kg final. We're starting off at 75 kilos with Song Seok-hyun of Korea, going all the way up to past masters, the world champion Ali Akbar Kabshahi, who's going for 245, and the Paralympic champion Sodnum Pilji Enkbaya, who's going up to 252. World records in this held by Ali Akbar Garibshahi. Obviously a lot of the best in the world in this weight division, and the only one above this do come from Asia. Sodnum Pilji Enkbaya going up to 247 in his career. So here we go. Here are our 10 for this men's 107 up to 107 kg final. And we have some absolutely brilliant campaigners here. Son Seok-hyun of Korea, 15 years old. What a debut for him. Jung Yi-hee of Malaysia. Next up for Korea, Lee Sung-hyu. Khaled Al-Hamadi of the United Arab Emirates. Kazuhito Sato of Japan. Next up for the United Arab Emirates, Abdallah Al-Nakbi. He's pitching himself pretty much in the middle in the opening round. Nuruddin Davlatov of Uzbekistan, who've got quite a few in action today. Salman Razi of Iran. 2:37, his lifetime best. The world record holder, Ali Akbar Garibshahi of Iran. The world champion. And from Mongolia, the Paralympic champion, Sonampilji Engbaya. This should be quite a contest. Silver in the World Championships for Engbaya. Gold for Garibshahi and Salman Razi as well with the bronze. They all meet again here. Serious contenders. Now let's see who the referees are going to be for this up to 107 kg final. So here we go. Jenny Ortiz of Colombia, Lee Yu-jin of South Korea, and Araldo Carlos Sakamoto of Brazil. They're the three on whom it is all resting today. And here's our jury, led by Sita Gyako today. We're expecting, as usual, tremendous things. Great contest between all of these in the two major championships last year. Engbaya taking the Paralympic crown in Tokyo, going up to 245, and he's starting heavier than that, 7 kilos heavier in this opening round. Young of Korea with the of Malaysia with the silver, but he's starting today at 100 Saman Razi won the bronze there. Young Yi with the Paralympic silver medal is starting very, very low at 100, so presumably there's been some sort of injury, some loss of form going into this. Second lowest tally as we go into it. Ali Akbar Garibchahi, 2:51, his world record. And what's he starting on here? Something quite remarkable straight away. That's what we want to see. So the view in the call area just backstage. There's a different warm-up area to the side of this stadium. This is the very front of the new arena here in Anjung, the Anjung Gymnasium. Which I'm delighted to say we are the first people to use. It is absolutely tremendous venue. We've had some very good crowds this week. Well, 4 titles up for grabs today, the 2 heaviest disciplines for the men coming first. And then it is women's afternoon. Pyeongtaek just 2 hours south by road from Seoul.
Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best in the rest in. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So it's been a very good week. It is day 4. So right at the halfway point, we've been overnight. Now we enter the second half of the competition. And for that, the countdown is on. So ready to go, and it will be here in Korea. A Korean debutante, a 16-year-old who will go first, aiming for 75 kg. It will be an attempt at a lifetime best. Song Seok-hyun has a lifetime best of 115. That was achieved in winning gold at the Asian Youth Para Games in Manama, December of last year. So 75, he's aiming very low at this, the Asian Youth Champion, and he has got that. And that is a really, really good start to his competition. He has started very conservatively, considering what he's achieved previously in the past 6 months, but that was good and solid, and he knows he can go a lot higher. So next to go, and there is a real curiosity here as we are starting very low for Yiki Jong of Malaysia. Paralympic Games, a silver medalist, went to 2:37. He was 8 behind Sonnapiljiang Baya in finishing second in Tokyo, but he's starting here in 100. Seventh at the World Championships at the end of last year. Going for 100 here, he can definitely lift a lot higher than that, and he has done that here. He came 2 kilos away from his lifetime best of 2:39 in winning a Paralympic Games silver. And it's 100 that he claims here. 2-1 in his favour. Just the one group in this. We've got 10 starters, so maximum for a group. Had the misfortune of having the last couple of Southeast Asian Games cancelled. Khaled Al-Hamidi going now for 160, was originally looking at 165 in this opening round. He's already going for a lifetime best here, which is 257. Fourteenth in the World Championships last year in Belize, 4th in the Western Asian Games in 2017. He's been on the World Cup circuit. Outside of that, 5th in Eger in Hungary in 2019. That pretty much his best result in that. His major championship debut coming in the Worlds 6 months ago. So Al-Hamidi for 160. So Al-Hamidi stepping up. That is the best lift of his career. Puts him in front on 160. And he set himself a standard to follow for the rest of the competition. And that was a very nice job, well done. And Jong, by the way, of Malaysia, who we've just seen, and he can lift about 2.5 times what we've seen him lift here of 100. He is withdrawn from the rest of the competition, so there's obviously injury issues here, and he had to start the competition and register a weight. He has done that. That may be for ranking reasons, funding reasons, but he started the competition and he's now finished. Withdraws from the rest with 100, so obviously there's been an issue there. On we go for Korea. Lee Seung-gu. 173 is lifetime best, going for 160 here. 12th in the World Championships in Tbilisi, 4th in the Asian Youth Games 5 years ago. He's from Busan. Avoided the train up. Kwon Cho Mun is his coach. He's still got over a minute left on the clock, but he's ready to lift already. That's what you want to see. No time being left spare. So 160 for Lee. And that's a good lift. It's 3 out of 3. That's what you want to see. And that was a fine quality lift. Lee in the lead. Nice technique. And again, he can go further. So at the moment, 225 is the third highest target. So that's being pitched in at bronze medal level at the moment. And that's a big leap between our early campaigners and there. So as you can see from the scoreboard, Young is out for the rest of the competition. He's been close to being a 240 man. Well, what he lifted in Tokyo was only 8 kilos off the gold medal event Bayer, and actually only 14 off the world record. Next up, Kazuhito Sato of Japan. He's aiming for 170. 6th in the America's Open Championship in Bogota 4 years ago. 16th at the World Championships at the end of last year. So Sato aiming here for 170. This to set a decent standard. And obviously you get all your 3 lifts around this part of the competition. The boys lifting a lot heavier than you. Miss 1 or 2, and then you've got a great chance of medals in the total competition. There's a lot of wavering on that bench at the moment, isn't there? Sato for 170. His lifetime best is 175. Got that raised. It's a good lift. And it is 2-1 in his favour. So that's Sato out in front. That's a very good start for him, and we haven't had a miss yet. Kazuhito Sato has also been a wheelchair marathoner for quite a few years with the Hyogo Procedural Police Club. Prefectural Police Club. Anyway, Abdallah Al Nakbi is next up for the United Arab Emirates. 198 his lifetime best. Now, it's a curiosity. Originally in the opening round, he was pitching himself a 118. That wasn't right. This is his first round attempt, will be 190. '17th in the World Championships 8 years ago. We've not seen him in very many major championships since. But at 190, he is our new leader. A good lift, a white out, 3 out of 3. Well, that was good and pristine, wasn't it? He's had some very bad luck with a lot of his career in recent years, but that will put a lot of things to rights. Puts him in contention now. There's only 4 who are aiming for lifts heavier than that. Seventh at the World Championships in Dubai in 2014. 9th in Eger in Hungary at the European Open Championships in 2015. Didn't start the Asian Games in 2014. Eighth in the Asian Championships in 2015 he was as well. Nuruddin Davletov of Uzbekistan aiming for 200 here. 4th in the last editions of the Asia-Oceania Championships and the Asian Games in 2018. 1 gold at the Manchester World Cup last year. No mark in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Finished 5th in the World Championships in Tbilisi. Coached by Fazlidin Umir Zokov and Tolmos Orozimbetov. He's based in Kirachki. And for 200, that is impressive. That is our new leader for Uzbekistan, Nuruddin Davletov. He's working his way through the field very well. Fine, strong lift. Had that major disappointment at the World Championships last year, and he has put that to rights now. Suffered a wipeout, 3 lifts without a mark. Look at what we've had so far, 7 lifts all with the mark. Nobody has missed yet. Now we come to the 3 biggest lifts. The World and Paralympic bronze medalists from last year. Saman Razi going for 225 straight away. He's lifted 243 in his career. That was a great competition in Tbilisi. Went up to 235 in that. Never led, but was never out of the medals. So 225. Razi has come up with a very big lift immediately, and he's got it. Very, very impressive, you have to say. Superb! Sets a tremendous standard, but there's a lot heavier to come. An excellent lift of 225 by Razi. What we're going to see in the next 5 minutes is quite remarkable. Two immense lifts are on the way. The man who currently holds the world record of 251 kilos, Ali Akbar Garibshahi. That world record set in Tbilisi at the World Championships last year. Both he and Sonnenpilje Engbayer going for gold and the world record in that. Engbayer with 2 attempts at 250. Garibshahi going for 2 attempts at 251, and he got it. So Garibshahi going straight away at 245. This is the weight with which Engbayer won the gold at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. We didn't see Garibshahi at the Paralympic Games. It was Razi competing instead. That's what happens when you get two great campaigners from the one country at the one weight. Outside of that, they can double up. They are here. Garabjashi, 2, 4, 5 for a huge lead. Well, he lifted 2.43 in the opening round of the World Championships. He's bested that here with 245. That in its own right is quite remarkable. Superb lift. An immense lead. And straight away, he starts with the weight that won the Paralympic gold last summer in Tokyo. An utterly immense lift. He has started high. How much higher can we go? The world record is his, and it's 2.51. Sodnampilji Engpaya is attempting 252 for a new world record in round 1. How about this for trying to set the standard from the Paralympic champion, now the former world champion, dethroned in Tbilisi by Garabshahi at the end of last year. It was silver for him. Went for a new world record of 250 twice there and twice missed it. Once in the last round, once in the power lift right at the end. Garabshahi lifted 251 to wrest the world record away. And Bayer trying to get it back. 252. His first attempt at the competition is straight away an attempt at a world record. And he has got that raised. Has he got it? Oh, it's 2-1 against. It's the press sequence. He almost got it. He came very close to that. He must feel, well, certainly he does feel, having gone for that mark straight away, that it is achievable. But he's gone in very high, very early. A world record attempt in round 1. We very rarely see that. Truthfully, incredible. And that was the first miss of the competition. 9 good lifts and Engpaya being denied in his attempt for a new world record. He's the Asian record holder at 247. Garabshahi, the world record remains his for another round at least. But he is going to attempt a new world record himself in round 2, and obviously Engpaya will do the same. This is incredible. What a start. Song Seok-hyun of Korea got 75 in the first round and going for 85 now. So Song going for 85, the Asian Youth Games champion. That was right at the end of last year at the same time as the World Championships in Georgia. And Song has got this in 85. Very good lift. All three in his favour. And absolutely nothing for him to worry about there. Got that absolutely right. Accumulated lifting of 160 so far, which, now that we're at the very, very big weights and the very big lifters, is not in close to the lead. But he is matching his own ambitions here. We lose Yi Ki Jong, who lifted 100 in the opening round, but there are injury issues there. Withdrawals from the rest of the competition. Lee Seung-gu going for 165 for Korea. Lifetime best is 173. Fourth in the Asian Youth Games 5 years ago. 10th in this event in Kitakyushu 4 years ago. .165 for Lee. Seems to have adjusted that very well, and it's a good lift, and it is again 3 out of 3, a whiteout for Lee Seung-gu. And we still have only had one miss in the competition, and that was the world record attempt straight away. And Lee goes in front in terms of the total lift. That's a lead that's going to change an immense amount today. Absolutely no doubt about that. So next, Khaled Al Hamadi of the United Arab Emirates. Got 160 in the opening round. This now going for 168, which would be another lifetime best if he were to get it. Coaches Tito Kassem, Abdel Washar and Fasi Abdel Kader El Maki, who also coaching Abdullah Al Arimi. Who we were due to see in this. So 168. Powerful and straight, and a good lift, 2-1 in his favour. Leaps one place in the standings above Lee. Good way of going about it. And it's 6th spot for now for Khaled Al Hamadi. But nice consistency from him. We, like Al Nakbi, haven't seen him in a huge amount of competition over the past few years at this level, but he is producing the goods. Kazuhito Sato likewise for Japan, got 170 in the opening round, now looking for 175. This to match his lifetime best. Didn't compete in the Asia Oceania Championships 4 years ago, but he was in the Japan team for the Americas Open powerlifting at Bogota a few months afterwards, and he was in 8th spot there. $175 for Sato. Punched through that very well, and he gets it. And again, it's a whiteout, 3 out of 3. And it's, well, tremendous capable lifting we've seen so far, and still only the 1 miss out of 14 lifts to date. And that was the heaviest of the lot. Sato, 5th spot, in contention for a medal, potentially. But Engbaya still to register a mark on this, so a chance of knocking him back. And he has matched his lifetime best with that, but would really have to add another 20% on in order to get up into the medals. And that's the reality of his situation, but he's performing brilliantly. Abdallah Al Nakbi of the United Arab Emirates, the West Asian Games champion of 2017. In his first continental championship in 7 years, he was 8th in this in 2015 when it was held in Almaty. No mark in the Asian Games in 2014. 9th at the European Open in 2015 in Ege. So going here for 196. He's still 30 kilos away from the medals, but to be in 4th spot at this stage is tremendous. It would be an incredible achievement for him to get any higher than this right now in the standings, but he's produced a really great performance with his first round attempt, and his second round doesn't look too bad either. At 196, he's got it! 2 out of 3 in his favour. The one against him was from our centre referee for the stop sequence. He's got that right. 196, 4th place. And he is right now outside of the West Asian Games, heading for the best major championship performance of his career. We've seen him in the World Cup circuit quite a bit. He's been hovering around the bronze medal mark in a few of those, but this is a really good achievement for the Asia Oceania Championships for Abdallah Al Nakbi. Nuruddin Davletov of Uzbekistan. Ended up in 5th spot at the World Championships in Tbilisi. I was in the higher weight discipline. Got 2-1-3 in this at the Worlds. He was in the higher discipline at the Paralympic Games, where he didn't register a mark, unfortunately. But he's definitely registering here. 205 to better his 200 from the previous round. Davletov's gone up to 221 in his career and maintains the bronze medal position. Still 3 to go in this round. Just the 1 vote down again from our centre referee for the stop sequence. But he's got the rest of that right. And now 3 immense lifts to come. Davletov is in the bronze medal position. But we're going to see a couple of attempts at world records in this second round. And that could knock him down out of the medals. Currently riding high in the silver medal position for Iran, Saman Orazi. Asia Open. An Asian Games silver medalist 4 years ago. World bronze and Paralympic bronze last year. He's charismatic, Saman Orazi. Going for 2-3-3 here. His lifetime best is 2-4-3. He's added 8 onto the bar from his successful first round attempt of 225. Two, 3-3 for Saman Orazi. Keep him firmly in the silver medal position for now. Got that raised up. Did it quickly. Gets it as well. It's 2-1 in his favour. That is tremendous. Just the press sequence from our left referee. Got voted down on, but doesn't need to worry about that. Saman Orazi gets it. Look at that total as well. Puts him into the gold medal position for the overall total for the time being. So world record attempt number 2. Engbae going for 252. Having come very close to it in the previous round. So 252 for the Paralympic champion and former world champion to grab the world record. Well, he didn't waste any time, but they've all gone against him on the press sequence. And he doesn't get it. It was very, very quick. But he has missed out twice over. Yeah, just from the stop, wasn't equal all the way. That was world record attempt number 1 of this round. The second one's coming next from the current world record holder. Ali Akbar Garabshahi of Iran. Attempting a new world record, a new Asian record of 253. Engbae's had 2 attempts already to surpass the current mark of 251. Well, this is remarkable stuff. But he's going for it, and he's going for it straight away. It is admirable. It is immense. 253 for Garabshahi. I can't recall the last time we had so many world record attempts so early in a competition. That's not just the one competitor doing it either. 253, new world record. Well, he's got it up there. Has he got it? Yes, he has! He has extended his own world record. 3 out of 3 for 253 for Ali Akbar Garabshahi. How spectacular. And his main competitor for the gold, Sodnam Pilji Engbae, is yet to register a mark. A morning of history. It's not even midday in Pyeongtaek. And Garabshahi has extended his own world record right on target. 253. Magnificent. And he deserves all of the recognition that he is getting. My word, that was incredible. Well, those figures we'll see properly in a moment. This is the figure to watch, and how he's pushing it skyward. The world champion who set the world record in winning gold has now put himself into the gold medal position at the Oceania Championships, and he's broken the world record in round 2. He is on song, and here is Korea's song. Song Suk Hyun, going for 98. Very precise. But aiming for a big target here. So here he comes for 98. Well, he's got the first two lifts, but not that one, and a variety of reasons. All three against him in the press sequence, but also the body sequence and the body position and the stop sequence are being referred to here. So on this occasion, no success for him, but he stays where he is. Well, look at that set of marks. Gabshahi, the world record, 2.53. Saman Razi currently in second place for around 2.33. And Davidov third for Uzbekistan, having lifted a 2.05. Two misses so far for Sundan Piljiang Bayer, who opened up with a world record attempt, didn't get it, repeated it, didn't get it. Next, Lee for Korea. Lee Seung-gu going for 170. Lee wading in well at 170. And he's got it! 3 out of 3. It's very close to his lifetime best. He elected not to go for that. Coaches pitching him just below as well. 170. And he is in 6th position. Very impressive. And he's had 3 successful lifts as well, 160, 165, 170. Brings him to a total of 495. And that currently puts him in the silver medal position behind Garab Shahi in terms of the total lift, which, considering where he is in the table, where he was pitching himself originally, is very, very impressive. Khaled Al Hamadi next for the United Arab Emirates. 2 successful lifts to him also, and he's going for 172 here. And this, I make it, would be the lead in terms of the total lift. He would go on to 500 exactly. Lee has lifted all 3. Al Hamadi looking to match this. Well, it's nice to see him back in big competition now regularly, having been at the World Championships in Tbilisi for the first time, and actually his first Asia Oceania Championships. aiming for 172. And that is a good lift, and that is a clean slate for him as well. He's got all three lifts. He goes to 172. And enjoying a tremendous competition. That is 6th place for him. And the lowest he can now finish is 7th place. How impressive. What a day he's having, what a morning he's having in Pyeongtaek. Well, we go on. Kazuhito Sato of Japan going for 180 here, which would be a new lifetime best. He would stay in 5th no matter what. And he's on his way to surely his best ever continental finish. 16th in Tbilisi at the Worlds pre-Christmas last year. For the heaviest lift of his life. Spending a lot of time on the bench to try and get it right. It hasn't. The spotters have waded in quickly. They've had to. He was struggling to get that raised, but, well, that's why it was a lifetime best attempt. Heaviest he's ever gone for. Doesn't get it, but he does equal his lifetime best with 175, and he can aim for the higher marks in future competitions. He's given it a good whirl, but it's just not worked out for him at the end with the final lift, but he gets 175. He matches his best, and that's all good. You can't fault the ambition for trying to get his best ever mark. That's why you go out every time. Good try. So now this is an attempt to get up into the medals. Abdallah Al-Nakbi currently lying in 4th spot on 196. Davletov on 205 there. Davletov on 205. They're both going for 207 here, which would put them both into 3rd place if they're successful. Engbaya still to get onto the leaderboard. So Al-Nakbi going for 207. It's a leap of 11 kilos. That's too much. Well, it was a valiant attempt at trying to leap up and get a bronze here, but He has been denied in the final round. As it is, he's in 4th place. The lowest he'll be is 5th. It was a very good attempt. Al-Nakbi finishing on 196 in his first continental competition for 7 years. That was 8th in the Asia Championships as it was, now with Oceania thrown in. He's lying in 4th spot. This is a major improvement for the West Asian Games champion. This is the man currently lying in the bronze medal position. Going for 207, which means they don't have to change anything on the bar. Nuruddin Davletov of Uzbekistan missed out at the Paralympic Games of registering a mark, and that was at 218. Went quite considerably higher than where he now is. And if he gets this, by the way, he goes into the gold medal position in the total lift category. And if he's successful here, there's only 2 men who could surpass him in that. Davletov for 207. Well inside his lifetime best of 221. Well, he's got that up very quickly, and he's got it! 2-1 in his favour. The vote down for the stop sequence from the side referee, but he's there, 2-1. It's bronze for now. Nuruddin Davletov is on the brink of his first major championship medal. He finished 4th in this 4 years ago in Kitakyushu. A few weeks later in Jakarta, was 4th in the Asian Games. It's no longer under his control if he avoids 4th this time. That'll be decided by the man right at the bottom of the scoreboard right now. Yet to register a mark. Lovely lift by Davletov. 612, he's in the lead in the total lift section. Al-Hamidi in 2nd. Lee in 3rd for Korea. But Lee will be knocked out of the top 3 in that if Saman Razi is successful here. Just 1 more kilo being added onto the bar. He is in the silver medal position. He's not going into the 250s. His lifetime best is 243. Not aiming for that either. Looking for another medal in the total category. This would put him into the gold medal position in that for now. And if he gets this, it would be at worst silver for him in the total. He's 2nd place here. This for 234. Saman Razi, the World and Paralympic bronze medalist, fighting against that, and he knows. Gave it a good whirl. He knew it wasn't right. He knew he was right at the limit today. And put that right back in the rack. He's done a good job. Saman Razi doesn't get 234, but he does get 233, and right now that is silver, and at worst it is bronze. Massive struggle and was struggling to get those arms extended out. Oh, and he hit the rack anyway, so that was it. End of story. He knew. That was an automatic. No lift. Look at the amount of green on that board. "20 successful lifts out of 26 so far." Remember, Jong of Malaysia went out early, the Paralympic Games silver medalist. Garabshahi leads on a world record of 2:53. Enkbaya looking to match that now. Well, it gets interesting here. We've already seen the world record broken once today, and Enkbaya now trying to level the new mark of 253. He came very, very close in the first round on 252. Not so much the second time around, but he's got the belief instilled. For a share of the lead with Ali Akbar Garabshahi, who will be going for 254 in a few moments. It'll be really interesting to see what happens next if he gets this. For 253. Every single one of Enkbaya's attempts today has been a world record attempt. Tremendous confidence. It's either a world record or a wipeout. Oh, that's not making it. Quickly. No joy. It is wipeout for the Paralympic champion. The 2019 world champion went very, very high and does not register a mark. It means that Saman Razi wins the silver medal again, having claimed silver in Kitakyushu 4 years ago. That was behind Enkbaya that time. Silver behind him in the Asian Games as well in Jakarta. But Enkbaya misses out. And Garabshahi, having increased his own world record in the previous round, is now looking to do it again. He is the champion. And what a position of fortune to be in. He has won. He can claim another world record, and if he gets this, by the way, he would also win the total competition. That's being led right now by Davletov, I do believe. Davletov, the bronze. Razi, the silver. Ali Akbar Garabshahi, the gold. And maybe another world record. For 254. And another new world record.
Can.
254. Well, he's got it lifted. He's had some morning, but he does not have another world record. All voted down on the press sequence. But he is the Asia Oceania champion. Another brilliant success. for the world champion. Silvers in this in a different weight division, Tarazzi, 4 years ago. They're in the same weight division now. It's Iran 1 and 2. Garabshahi gets the gold. And that middle lift of 253, a new world record. A competition to remember. And it was almost concluded in the fashion in which it had been conducted throughout. We've had 5 world record attempts this morning, and this man has got the only one, and that's the only one he needed. Now a reminder, we can have powerlift attempts from Enkbaya and from Garabshahi if they wish. Garabshahi in the gold medal position for Iran, Ratzi in second for Iran, and Davletov third for Uzbekistan, and that is the end of it. Davletov winning the total lift. Al-Hamadi in second place for the United Arab Emirates, and Garabshahi in third. Enkbaya could have actually gone if he'd wished for 254, and Garabshahi as well. But they both elected not to. And these days, although we've not seen it here this week, the power lift now does go towards the final result and the handing out of the medals. Enkbaya could have had another say and could have, with his power lift, leapt up and had an attempt at gold. But wasn't up for that. Garabshahi with victory for Iran. Ratzi in second place, Davletov in third, and Abdallah Al-Nakbi. It's very good to see him back now in regular competition again. First time we've seen him realistically in 7 years, and he finishes in fourth place. Lee for a while was in the medals in terms of the total competition in that final round, 495, but was surpassed by Al-Hamadi. Had been in the silver medal position, Lee, actually. But Al-Hamadi just edging him out. And then Davletov too. So the victory ceremonies then for this men's up to 107 kg final. And a great result for Iran. Presentation team: Jang Ho Chul, the LOC president, and Lee Jin Hwan. And bronze for Nuruddin Davletov of Uzbekistan with a best lift of 207. And that is his first major championship medal. Won on the World Cup circuit last year. But this, a tremendous success. Silver for Saman Razi for Iran. 24 hours after we saw the first Iranian woman competing in international championship competition. That was tremendous to see, in the form of Samana Hoda Akala. She's not due to be the last either this week. Razi with the silver and gold, going to the world champion. Silvers in the Asia Oceania Championships and the Asian Para Games 4 years ago, but now here's the Asia Oceania champion, Ali Akbar Garabshahi, to go to the world title won in Georgia last year. Victory for Iran. A fabulous victory, a really thrilling competition, and a new world record for Ali Akbar Garabshahi, 253. Iran 1 and 2, and Nuruddin Davletov with a tremendous competition in his own right, and obviously the double medals for the open competition as well as the Asian one. A spectacular victory. And the total competition will have their medals awarded very shortly. So now the medals for the total weight competition. The aggregate of all three attempts. And this is where it helps to get all three of your lifts in, which the first two have done, and the fourth placer did. With the fact that our champion got two of his three lifts. They were immense. Still sees him in the bronze medal position in the total competition. It says a lot about the attempts he went for and got 245 and 253, a total of 498. So he picks up the two bronze medals for the Asian competition and the Open Championship as well. Khaled Al Hamadi of the United Arab Emirates. Only his second major championship, 14th in the Worlds, and now silver medals for the total lift in this men's up to 107 kilogram final. Nuruddin Davletov of Uzbekistan with the highest total lift. He got all three in, 200, 205 and 207. And he picks up the gold medals for the total competition. What an excellent result for him. Nuruddin Davletov taking the top honours in the total competition for Uzbekistan. The most consistent lifter across the competition, the highest accumulated weight. Garib Shahi with his world record, but still third in this instance here. Davletov, Al Hamadi and Garib Shahi, the 1, 2, 3. Very enjoyable competition, and well, my word, the fact that Sonampil Pyeongtaek went very high very early on put a lot into that. In half an hour's time, we're back with the men's over 107 kg, the heaviest of the weight divisions, and we will be back shortly for that.